Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 on Battle Marshes. Playing on the side as the Space Marines, we've got Tvar. Opponents on the side as the Imperial Guard, we've got ErenBeast. ErenBeast will be opening with a couple of guardsmen, a tech priest engineer, and a infantry command. Whereas Tvar, who I'm probably mispronouncing his name, is going to go for a servitor, a chapel barracks, a one singular scout marine squad. Now normally you would see at least 2 or 3 of these because there's plenty of strategic points to snag. But no, he's going to go for the one, so I assume extra Space Marines from the chapel barracks here for his opening. Now, standard practice as Space Marines versus Imperial Guard. You normally get 2 squads of Space Marines out, upgrade them up the wazoo, get into tier 2, have a Rhino, go about, maybe put a chaplain in their ranks as well, and then have a gay old time with those guys. As Imperial Guard, quite similar. You know, you've got lots of plasma guns on your what do you call them, on the guardsmen, and stick them in some chimeras and basically do exactly the same. There's a lot of positioning, a lot of bits and bobs to keep in mind. I suppose that the Imperial Guard have got the advantage of, in tier 2, their command squad can have a Psyker in there for a Curse of the Machine Spirit to prevent the Space Marines from running away. But yeah, just very interesting. Only 1 squad of scouts, and it's not really done you all that much extra, so I don't really know what's your planning. But we shall see. These players very efficient, proficient, whatever word you want to use, skilled in the ways of Dawn of War, so I assume that they know what they're doing. Everyone just capturing their nearest and dearest as the command squad with a fabulously green cape. Like it, red and green, never to be seen, always reminds me of Christmas. So, blooming Santa Claus is coming to the 40k universe. I wonder if in 40k lore there is a reference to Santa, and if he is a canon character. I imagine, sir, there's probably something like that. And there's Sanguinala, that's Christmas, isn't it? But it's more like, you know, not Christmas, if that makes any sense. It's 40k and everything's going to be miserable and sad. And Force Commander pops the moment that the command squad comes up, but the command squad will be able to handily deal with him in close combat. And he's going to go for a Commissar rather than a Psyker. So just extra plasma, or should I say, las gunfire coming in. It's not bad at all. A second Space Marine squad fresh out the chapel barracks. 1 squad over here hiding in the shrubbery, waiting for the right time to strike. Very aggressive opening from ErenBeast. You would normally expect to see a command squad coming out and doing some mischief, but usually these guardsmen are on capping duties way up until maybe the 3 or 3.5 minute mark. And that's just a lot of Space Marines. Imperial Guardsmen there, charging into close combat with their bayonets. Glorious hand-to-hand combat. Commander in the command squad, well, quite low on health. And yeah, what that's 5, 9 Space Marines and a Force Commander. And the Imperial Guard don't like being outnumbered by anything, really. They like having the number advantage. Also got an extra fresh Commissar, or Commissar in there, even. Not sure. Is that the French way to pronounce it? Maybe. Been slowed down by the heavy cover. But he does have... Oh, no, right, you are with this group. It's just fallen behind so far. Oh, there we go. He's just fending them off, trying to protect his men. Very nice stuff. A wonderful placement of this infantry command. Space Marines won't be breaking through here anytime soon. And I assume then that means this listing post is probably the one to be upgraded. Yeah, the most using the underground tunnels to maneuver their guys around. So I assume you're not on capping duty. You can't cap. You're a commander squad. But just seeing if the Space Marines were doing anything down on this side. But no, they're going to capture this critical location and also this relic on this side. It'll be harder to control this side, considering that the Imperial Guard have got this staging ground to come forward. But no, the Imperial Guard, they've now got a second Commissar. And yeah, just going to throw as much shite at the wall and see what sticks. Not a bad idea. Very aggressive opening. So everything I mentioned about the standard play for both Space Marine and Imperial Guard, ignore it, as, you know, is always the case. I feel like as if I put a prediction down in the opening scenes of a game, that usually is a good indication that it's not going to happen. But now finishing a armory, going for some War Gear Bionics, increased health for the Space Marines. It's a real shame that you can't get heavy bolters in tier 1, because that would be a massive game changer. But still, I'm still a big believer in the Flamers. I think a couple of Flamers, get them close up AoE damage against these lightly armoured infantry models, would do them some major benefits. Yeah, they've now got their health upgrade. Coming straight on down. The Imperial Guard definitely now can't take those guys on. But they have killed a listening post and got a decap in there. And that was an upgraded listening post as well, so A mighty fine job indeed. Current economy is 74 and 10 compared to 80 and 30. Tier 2 on the way for the Imperial Guard. So only a slight economic advantage, but every little helps. The longer your economic advantage is, the better it is. Makes sense. Now Space Marines are going to return the favour. Mr. Post is about to be upgraded. Might actually want to cancel that, to be fair, but ErenBeast, dedicated to defending this. His guardsmen with the commissars in their ranks do have 300 morale, so they should be able to resist any kind of bad stuff for a little while longer. But grenade being thrown in by a Space Marine squad instantly stops them from feeling the vibes. Space Marines moving forward just to separate these guys from listing post. Although could really, there we go, turn around, finish them off, and that's that done. So Space Marines focusing on the weaker side of the Guardsman's defense. But can't really push any further down into it. If they try and go for this plasma generator, all the Guardsmen could just jump inside the field command. Or if anything, to be fair, the Tech Priest engineers can jump inside here, activating all the inner workings of the guns. And the Guardsmen can then just stand around and fire a lot. Yeah, so no tactical control. Now going for a Ministorm Temple for Priests. And then a mechanized command. So no upgrades on the Guardsmen. Would it be Hellhounds then? I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, fair enough. Chimeras will still be quite useful, but I don't know about this, boys and girls. I don't know. Things that are making me go hum is this situation. Space Marines now capturing the relic on the right-hand side. Guardsmen contesting the one on the left. And the critical location the Space Marines fought so hard to defend is now being taken down. What is your banner, young man? Oh, it's Bugs Bunny. Hey, this way to Albuquerque. I know Bugs Bunny. Oh, good lord. The memories, man. Good times. Do you have a cool banner? It's a skull. It's not quite Looney Tunes. Or Looney Tunes, depending on how one wants to pronounce it. I don't know which way is the correct way. Probably both of them are wrong. One Space Marine squad fending off a commissar on the left-hand side. Force Commander, did you die at some point in that? You must have. Because you're over here now. Full health. No, you're not full health. Well, you must have taken a long way home then. Fair one, fam. Fair one. Now I've got that priest. Look at the speed. He's keen to get involved. He's swift and nimble. Red robes are glaring. He's made a list. He's checked it twice. He's going to find out who's getting a slice. Priests are coming to town. Although I won't make any more Christmas references. It's October. Heaven forbid. The shops at the moment in my local establishments are already decorating for Christmas, and I don't like it. I'm a big believer in waiting for Halloween to get out of the way before doing Christmas decorations, and even then it should still be left for December. But maybe I'm just old, maybe I'm just miserable. Here comes a Chimera. And with a fast firing rate lasgun. Quite accurate as well. And now, oh right, okay, I see ErenBeast's plan. To get as many little heroes as humanly possible. Went for a smorgasbord of commissars, and now he's gone for fistful of priests. One Chimera just taking on the chin. Space Marines have now got a couple of missile launchers. Always a problem when you're going up against a fully fledged unit composition of tactical Marines. Whatever you go for, they'll just go for the counter for it. Scouts have now gone for some plasma pistols, which is interesting. But I suppose it's better than going for the flamers and the sniper rifles in the late stages of the game. Priest taking down listing post. Taking a fair bit of damage. He's now going to keep the Scout Marines on the back foot. As the Chimera transfers some men from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Going to pop down a heavy bottle to it just for in case any Space Marines get wise. Got a Basilisk, and I assume you're going to sit them here. And then they'll be able to fire across the battlefield, more or less. Oh, that's a Land Speeder without going for a Land Speeder Tempest. Interesting. Well, it should have been a Tempest just to be able to fly over and deal with anything on the Imperial Guard side. But maybe, hold on, right, so economy is 103 and 60 and 92 and 50, but you don't have that much saved up, so maybe that's the thinking. One Land Speeder floating around. Man squad just bouncing around every which way on a listing post hunt. Space Marines now going to put some pressure on this side, but they will not be able to break through this. Even though there's no guys inside this infantry command at the moment. Oh, and even with a heavy weapons team, you stick him here as well, and that's a Basilisk. Heavy mortar turret infantry command and a listing post all defending this area here. So that's a big old no-go zone for the Space Marines. And another one. Are you just cheaper? I assume you probably are cheaper than the Speeder Tempest. Remarkable. Okay, fair enough. What's gone for a lot of these, what do we call them? Skull Crabs. The Skull Crabs can zap things and stun them if they have vehicles. Also increases the overall sight of line of sight for the infantry units that they're attached to. Space Marines taking care of listing post on the left hand side, whereas the Chimera is going to hide in the heavy cover, being spotted by a Basilisk. Called Basilisk. Oh, you do a bit of vehicle damage, I suppose. Not a terrible idea, and exactly the health of the Land Speeders and their armour doesn't exactly fend off incoming attacks so well anyway. Here comes Space Marines, trying to get ahead of the Chimera. These guys are not the ones with missile launchers. They're unfortunate. Priests have gone off on their own mission. Will lose one. Not quite really getting anything done on their side. So a faux assault there. This means catching up with the Rhino, and it's all still to play for, really. No one's really got a major, huge advantage at the moment. I suppose the Imperial Guard have spent a lot of their economy in defending this side of the base. So, I mean, if they took all their defensive money, didn't spend it on that, but spent it on assault, then maybe they'd be able to push in further. But that does give the Space Marines a window of opportunity. There's the Land Speeder Tempest. That's what you want. Just fly on over. Do some mischief. Be a pain in the backside. But no, this is just like a White Scar kind... Well, I know White Scars are more blooming... whatchamacallums... land bites, or whatever you call them. Is it Raven Guard that I've more of a penchant for Land Speeders? Either way, it's different. It's the same. Sama, as they say in some countries. Land Speeder Tempest goes down. And the Priest is also fallen foul as well. Although that... Chain... Oh, no. Oh, that's cool. The... chainsword is switched on, and then after he dies, it then turns off a little bit. Okay. That's a neat little detail I've never noticed before. Temporary Agency has built up a minefield, but then got killed. Tried his best. Oh, I do love that. How they've got blooming carrying Bugs Bunny into battle. You can imagine that the Adeptus Mechanicus finds like an old CD-ROM of like a Bugs Bunny episode and thinks, ah yes, the people in old Earth used to worship animism. And this is part of their old religion. We shall respect it, as is the Emperor's will or something. Well, beautiful Valkyrie strike from the command squad. There's a lot of firepower from the Space Marines. Sentinels are armed with their las cannons, ideal for hunting down those Land Speeders and their Tempest variants. He's keeping the command squad alive and well. We've got to absolutely make sure that these guys are out of range of these missile launches. He's going to come forward, snagging that Rhino. But yeah, that's plenty of vehicle shenanigans to take care of. And oh, right, the Land Speeders jump over things. Right, of course they do. Of course they do. Right, okay, that's how he got down here. That's why he would choose them. You don't necessarily need the flying to get over the cover. Okay, we've got one Sentinel that will defend things. Also, Temporary Agency attempting to fix things, but being battered around every which way. And yeah, just losing bits and bobs here and there. But oh, just narrowly avoiding loss of two of their Land Speeders. And I assume that Servitor will come over. There we go, a little squadron of Servitors. For a little pick-me-up and a touch-me-up. Coming over here is being bothered by a Land Speeder Tempest and one singular Priest. Going solo, you can't underestimate the building bashing potential of a Priest. Just soloing this listing post, although might be taken down by the... Oh, can he just narrowly get it? There we go. Goes down, but takes him with him. There we are. Space Marines pressuring, but this Basilisk also providing a very essential firepower. Beautiful grenade from the Cascans as they get some shots off. Still no plasma guns for the Imperial Guard here. Very interesting. From what I understand, I remember a while ago someone on the Discord was telling me that for the Cascans, because of their rate of fire, they actually do a lot more damage than if you actually physically upgrade them with grenade launchers or plasma guns. So that's why you'll normally see these guys not have any upgrades at all. which is an interesting game design choice. I assume it's probably not intentional. That Basilisk being a real nuisance. Landspeeders thinking about doing stuff, but just going to fire some rockets here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, it's just pure maneuverability from Stronghold here. Not Stronghold, sorry. Tvar, which I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's either Tvar or Tvar. And, you know, I'm not going to bastardize his name any more than necessary. That's a lot of flyers there, and that's not a lot of men to defend. Sentinel comes over, but that's also quite a lot of cracked missile launchers that have been given to these land speeders. So buildings will go down. Ogrins are coming over, but I don't think that's the answer to this unit composition here. They're just going to fly right on top of the Imperial Guard. That Basilisk goes down with very little effort. Yeah, need more Sentinels. Or heavy weapons teams with las cannons. Ogrins on the bat lines. Basically fisting these Space Marines. They're not enjoying themselves. Not at all. Second Sentinel. And this heavy weapons team has got an auto cannon. He's in range. That's pretty good for him. In fact, you probably want to pull these guys back and let the Space Marines deal with the Sentinels, but I suppose it's hard to let them deal with it if you've got Ogrins on the front lines. Morale is broken, but they're at least causing some disruption in the formations of the Space Marines. One priest thinking about charging headlong into combat. The Imperial Guard really struggling here. The Space Marines can just constantly go back and forth, jumping guys over on the side, but ErenBeast has learnt from the previous assault pattern, has put down a heavy bolter turret with missile launchers and also a regular bolter just in case. Sentinel standing firm. Takes out one Landspeeder Tempest. Loses both of, well, loses one of them, but you know, that Tempest, all the fleet's basically been taken out. Imperial Guard really difficult to take on in a defensive posture. So what else can the Space Marines go for? I mean, they're going for, you see now, this is a thing, sir. You try something, and it almost works, but not quite. So you've got to think to yourself, do I just do it again, now that the Imperial Guard are low on health, or do I wait a bit and try something different? I would be in the try something different camp. You know what I mean? You've got plenty of green money. Wait to take up into tier 3. Maybe get some Terminators, maybe some Predators, or something like that. Deep striking Dreadnoughts, that's never a bad shout neither. Space Marines have got plenty of options when they hit tier 3. And Imperial Guard, you are now officially in tier 3 and going for a replacement Basilisk. Oh, well, of course you're in tier 3. You've got your Ogrins and your Kaskans out.
What would you have me do?
And yeah, it's nice, but I don't think it's going to win them the battle if the Sentinels are still out in force. Sentinels seem to be doing a lot better of a job, pound for pound, than the Landspeeder Tempests. Well, I suppose that's because Sentinels have a dedicated anti-vehicle unit, whereas the Tempests can kind of mix and match with their weaponry. Kaskans moving forward. Oh, wonderful priest keeping these guys alive. Oh, sorry, no, that was the command squad's priest doing stuff. But Basilisk breaking the morale of the of the Space Marines, but using their sergeants, to keep them alive. Now Tempest coming over to provide that crucial fire support. And the priest attempting to pray to the Emperor to keep these guys alive, but even though they were immortal for a little while, still affected by knockback. Oh, very nice. Jumping. One model must have escaped and got inside the listing post, which then basically sucks all these guys in. I know, not very realistic, but you know, it's the game engine. You've got to do what you can. With technology that is 20 plus years old now. Game older than most of the people that I teach at school, which makes me very sad. Also happy that the game's still going on, you know. Good lord, it's just, how are the Imperial Guard going to pull this off? The Ogrins are here, doing what they can. Grenades been thrown in by Kaskans once again. Space Marines actually falling down in number. Those Ogrins not taking no for an answer. That chap in the middle, though, is quite high on health at the moment. Also the Basilisk firing as well. All their knockback. I look like such a strong assault from the Space Marines. Although I suppose, yeah, they had one Space Marine squad over here. Been distracted by Sentinels. Sentinels jumping in then jumping out. Shaking it all about. Good lord. That Ogren and Kassakan wombo combo. Absolutely deadly. Chapin is about to go down as well. Thankfully, the Basilisk managed to save them, actually, by knocking the priest and the Ogrins out of their way. Quite funny. One Scout Marine attempting to capture the critical location in the centre. He does manage to get it, but then Gaskin's deciding to ruin his day. Very frustrating. One lonely Space Marine attempts to run away. Scout also goes down as well. Now Space Marines are on the defensive, and they are still not showing anything for all their efforts. We've got plenty of green money, but I mean, like I said, they've been spending it all on, like, relatively cheap vehicles, which was a wonderful idea earlier on. But then, less so, now that the Imperial Guard have just been bringing out the big guns in the form of these Ogrins and Kassakans. Space Marines attempting to deal with them. Tempest goes down. Space Marines are very low numbers at the moment. Love the red shoulder pads of these guys as well. Not a single one surviving, apart from this one. Not for much longer. Old bonk round the chops. Also got to bear in mind as well that every time these guys hit someone, they also knock them over as well. From what I can gather. Or at least their knockdown rate's quite high. So even though they're also going in and disrupting formations, they're also preventing them from firing for a longer period of time by keeping them on the backside. ErenBeast with an early GG. He knows the game's won. And from the brink of disaster, as Eren pulled this back out, just that tech advantage was the real kingmaker in this match. Still going for more land speeders and land speeder tempests. Can't go wrong until it didn't go wrong. Yeah, nice idea. Just switch it up. If you don't win with it, then just leave it be and try something else. That's my recommendation to you boys and girls at home. So yeah, so cheers Eren for sending this game into the Discord. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, while there's also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As with Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.